It's hard to believe now, but there was a time when Ed Sheeran had nowhere to sleep. Some nights he stayed on a friend's couch. Other nights he slept on the floors of recording studios. And sometimes he had nowhere at all, just a cold bench in a train station. He played small gigs where no one listened, walked miles just to get a chance to perform, and faced rejection after rejection. But he never stopped playing. Today, Ed Sheeran is one of the biggest music artists in the world. His songs have broken records, sold millions, and touched hearts across the globe. But his journey to success was anything but easy. Ed Sheeran was born on February 17, 1991 in Halifax, England, and grew up in a small town called Framlingham. From a young age, he loved music. His parents, who were both involved in the art world, surrounded him with creativity. His older brother was into classical music, but Ed was drawn to pop and hip-hop. He got his first guitar when he was a child and started writing songs as a teenager. Music became his escape. He wasn't the most confident kid in school. He had red hair, glasses, and a stutter. Sometimes he felt out of place. But music gave him something that made him feel special. By the time he was 16, Ed knew what he wanted. He didn't just want to play music, he wanted to make it his life. So he left school, packed his guitar, and moved to London. He had no real plan, no connections, and very little money. But he had his songs. London wasn't easy. He played at every open mic night he could find. Some nights the crowd was too loud to hear him. Other nights, only a few people clapped. He carried his guitar everywhere, hoping for a chance to play. But no matter how small the gig, he gave it his all. Money was a problem. He couldn't afford rent, so he crashed on friends' couches. When he ran out of places to stay, he slept on the floors of recording studios, and on the worst nights, he found himself on the streets. There was a spot outside Buckingham Palace where he sometimes slept, using his backpack as a pillow. But Ed didn't let any of this stop him. He kept writing songs and posting his music online. He recorded independent EPs hoping someone would notice. But the music industry was tough. Labels weren't interested in a young guy with a guitar and no major connections. In 2010, something changed. Ed decided to take a risk. He used his last bit of money to fly to Los Angeles. He had no manager, no record deal, and no big plans. He just knew that if he wanted to make it, he had to go where the music was. He played small gigs and open mics in LA just like he did in London. One night he performed at a tiny venue. In the audience was Jamie Foxx, the Oscar-winning actor and musician. Jamie was so impressed that he invited Ed to his house and even let him use his recording studio. This was a turning point. More and more people started noticing Ed's talent. He kept grinding, kept making music, and kept performing. His fan base grew, not because of a record label, but because people genuinely connected with his songs. And then, everything changed. In 2011, he released an independent EP called No. 5 Collaborations Project. It featured underground rap artists and showcased his unique style, mixing pop, folk, and hip-hop influences. The EP went viral, reaching the top of the iTunes charts without any promotion. Suddenly, record labels were interested. The same industry that once ignored him was now chasing him. That same year, he signed with Asylum Records and released The A-Team, a song that would introduce him to the world. The song was inspired by a real story, a girl he met at a homeless shelter. It was raw, emotional, and different from anything on the charts. People listened, and they felt something. Ed's career took off. His debut album, Plus, was a massive success. Songs like Lego House and Give Me Love gained millions of fans. But Ed didn't let success change him. He kept working, kept writing, and kept performing like he still had something to prove. If you're still watching this and feeling inspired, imagine how many people have dreams but give up because the road is too tough. Ed Sheeran's story proves that persistence pays off. If you're enjoying this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful success stories. By 2014, Ed had become a superstar. His second album, X Multiply, featured hits like Thinking Out Loud, a song that won him his first Grammy Award. His concerts sold out and his music was playing everywhere. But even after success, Ed faced challenges. The pressure of fame, long tours, and exhaustion started affecting him. He decided to take a break from music and social media. He disappeared from the public eye for over a year. When he returned, he came back stronger than ever. His 2017 album, Divide, was a global phenomenon. Songs like Shape of You and Perfect became instant classics. He broke streaming records, topped charts in multiple countries, and cemented his place as one of the biggest artists in the world. Even with all the success, Ed has never forgotten where he came from. He still writes music the same way, with just a guitar and a story to tell. He still remembers the nights he had nowhere to sleep and the struggles he faced to get here. Today, Ed Sheeran is not just a musician, he's a symbol of perseverance. He proved that talent alone is not enough. It takes hard work, resilience, and belief in yourself, even when no one else does. His story is a reminder that dreams don't happen overnight. They take time, patience, and countless setbacks. But if you keep going, even when it's tough, you might just find yourself living the life you always imagined.